815. That's it. That's how many retirees Florida actually gained last year. Now here's why that number should send a chill down your spine. More than 45,000 retirees moved into Florida in 2025. Sounds like a boom, right? Except for almost every single one who arrived. Another one quietly packed up and fled. The Sunshine State, the place people have dreamed about for 50 years, barely held on by 815 people. So what on earth is scaring retirees out of paradise? It's not the hurricanes. The real reason is darker, quieter, and it's draining their bank accounts month after month, and almost nobody is talking about it. Stick with me because I'm about to reveal exactly what's broken in Florida and the 10 towns that are quietly stealing its crown right now. Some of these will shock you. Let's get into it. Number 10, Naples, Florida. Now hold on, Florida? After everything I just told you about people fleeing the state, stick with me because this is exactly the kind of twist that proves the rule. Here's the secret almost nobody understands. Florida isn't dying everywhere. While the state as a whole barely scraped together that pathetic gain of 815 retirees, a handful of premium pockets are still quietly thriving, and Naples sits right at the top of that list. It's living proof that where you plant your flag in Florida now matters more than ever before. So what makes Naples different? Picture powder-soft white sand, calm Gulf waters, and palm-lined streets that feel more like a luxury resort than a town. This is the Florida from the postcards, manicured, polished, and built around an active upscale retirement lifestyle. Top-tier golf, world-class dining, championship healthcare facilities, and a walkable downtown that hums with energy. For retirees with deeper pockets, Naples still delivers the dream the rest of the state quietly lost. But here's the real lesson hiding inside this entry, and it's the most important takeaway of the whole list. The winners in Florida today are the established high-amenity enclaves, not the overdeveloped sprawl choking the bigger cities. Naples survives because it's mature, exclusive, and insulated from the chaos. The traffic-jammed, hastily built suburbs, those are the place's hemorrhaging residents. Now, a word of honest caution before you fall in love. Naples carries a premium price tag and you are still in Florida, which means you're still in hurricane territory with the insurance costs that come with it. So here's your practical move. Before you commit, get an actual insurance quote on a specific property, not a ballpark guess. In Naples, that number can make or break your monthly budget. The bottom line, if your heart is set on staying in Florida, don't chase the cheapest sprawl. Chase the proven protected enclaves. Naples shows the dream isn't dead in Florida, it just got a lot more selective. Number 9, The Villages, Florida. Here's a stat that'll stop you in your tracks. The Villages is so massive, so popular that it's grown into one of the largest purpose-built retirement communities on the entire planet. While the rest of Florida quietly bleeds residents, this one sprawling community keeps pulling retirees in by the thousands. So what does it know that the rest of the state forgot? The answer is simple but powerful. The Villages doesn't sell you a house, it sells you a lifestyle, fully assembled and ready to go. Imagine a place built from the ground up for one purpose, to make retirement effortless and fun. We're talking golf carts as the main form of transportation, gliding down dedicated paths to dozens of golf courses, swimming pools, town squares, and live music almost every single night. Need a doctor, a grocery store, a pickleball partner, or a new social club? It's all right there, designed around you. This is the magic the rest of Florida lost in the chaos of overdevelopment. There are no traffic-jammed highways or crumbling infrastructure here, just a self-contained world engineered for connection. And for retirees who fear the loneliness and isolation that can creep into later life, that built-in social calendar is worth its weight in gold. Loneliness is a genuine health risk, and the Villages attacks it head-on by making friendship almost unavoidable. But here's your practical money-saving tip, and please don't skip this. That turnkey lifestyle comes with monthly fees, amenity charges, and bond payments that many newcomers overlook. The sticker price of the home is only the beginning. Before you sign anything, sit down and add up every recurring cost. HOA dues, amenity fees, and yes, that ever-present Florida insurance bill, and run it against your real monthly budget. The bottom line? The Villages proves that predictability and community can be powerful enough to beat the Florida exodus if the numbers work for you. Do the math first, fall in love second. Number 8. Mesa, Arizona. Now we finally leave Florida in the rearview mirror and head somewhere with 0 hurricanes, 0 flood zone insurance nightmares, and 300+ days of sunshine a year. Welcome to Mesa, Arizona, and the secret weapon of the desert Southwest. Here's the number that tells the story. While Florida limped to a gain of just 815 retirees, Arizona pulled in a net gain of more than 2,500 older adults in a single year. Retirees who craved the warmth Florida promised, but were terrified of the storms and skyrocketing coastal insurance, found their answer out west, and Mesa sits right at the heart of it. So why Mesa specifically? Picture this: dry, sunny heat instead of Florida's thick, swampy humidity. No more stepping outside and feeling like you've walked into a steam room. Mesa offers wide, open desert landscapes, dramatic mountain backdrops, and a sky that turns unbelievable shades of orange and purple at sunset. But the real draw is the infrastructure built specifically for retirees: established active adult communities, top-tier golf courses, and a deep network of senior services and healthcare. Mesa has been welcoming retirees for decades, so the whole town is practically engineered around making your later years comfortable. And here's the part Florida simply can't compete with: the insurance math. No hurricanes means no hurricane premiums. That single difference can put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket every month, money that matters enormously when you're living on a fixed income. But let me give you the honest trade-off before you pack the truck. That dry heat everyone raves about? In the peak of summer, it can soar past 110 degrees. It's a very different beast from Florida's humidity, but it's still extreme. So here's your practical tip. Visit Mesa in July, not January. Anyone can fall in love with the desert in winter. The real test is whether you can handle a blazing summer afternoon. Tour it in the heat, then decide. The bottom line? Mesa offers the warmth without the storms, a trade thousands of smart retirees are happily making. Number 7. Tucson, Arizona. If you think Mesa was popular, wait until you hear this number. In a single year, Tucson welcomed more than 7,600 older adults, making it one of the single most popular retirement landing spots in the entire country. That's not a trend, that's a stampede. So what's pulling thousands of retirees to this corner of the Arizona desert? The answer is a rare and beautiful combination: warm desert living, surprisingly low housing costs, and serious world-class healthcare, all in one place. Picture Tucson as Mesa's calmer, more artistic cousin. Where the Phoenix area can feel sprawling and busy, Tucson moves at a slower, gentler, more soulful pace. It's cradled by 5 mountain ranges draped in towering saguaro cactus and painted with some of the most jaw-dropping sunsets in America. There's a thriving art scene, rich southwestern culture, and a relaxed, unhurried rhythm that retirees absolutely fall in love with. But here's what truly sets Tucson apart, and this is the part too many people overlook when choosing where to retire: healthcare access. Tucson is home to major medical centers and a respected university hospital system, which means top-tier doctors, specialists, and cutting-edge care are right at your doorstep. And that brings me to your most important practical tip of this entire list. When you're young, you pick a town for the view. When you're retired, you should pick a town for the hospital. I cannot stress this enough. The beautiful scenery means nothing if the nearest specialist is a 3-hour drive away. Tucson gives you both: the stunning desert backdrop and the medical infrastructure to back it up. So before you commit anywhere, do what smart retirees do. Map out the nearest quality hospitals and specialists and weigh that just as heavily as the climate and the cost. The bottom line? Tucson proves you don't have to sacrifice affordability, beauty, or peace of mind to enjoy your retirement in the sun, and over 7,600 people a year are voting with their feet. Number 6. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here's a question that stumps almost every retiree I talk to. What was the number one financial reason people moved to Florida in the first place? It wasn't the beaches, it was the no-state income tax. Keeping more of your hard-earned retirement money, that was the magic. Well, what if I told you there's a state that offers that exact same perk, but throws in mountains, rivers, and 4 real seasons on top? Welcome to Chattanooga, Tennessee. Let's start with the stat that proves it's working. Tennessee pulled in a net gain of 3,191 retirees in a single year, and the secret weapon is simple. Tennessee has no state income tax, just like Florida. That means your Social Security, your pension, your retirement withdrawals, they stretch further here, without the swampy heat and without the coastal insurance crisis. It's the Florida tax dream, relocated to the mountains. But Chattanooga isn't just a tax loophole with a nice view. Picture a city wrapped around a gentle, winding river, framed by green ridges and rolling foothills. Once a gritty industrial town, Chattanooga reinvented itself into one of the most scenic, walkable, and outdoorsy mid-sized cities in the South. You've got riverfront paths, a charming revitalized downtown, easy access to hiking and lakes, and, crucially, a noticeably lower cost of living than Florida's overheated markets. And the best part? You actually get seasons. Crisp autumns with real fall color, mild winters, and springs that bloom. The kind of variety so many retirees realize they missed after years of Florida's endless sameness. Now here's your practical money move, and it's a big one. Don't just compare home prices between Florida and Tennessee, compare the total carrying cost. In Tennessee, you keep the no-income tax advantage and you shed that brutal coastal insurance penalty. Add both savings together and the monthly difference can be genuinely life-changing on a fixed income. The bottom line? Chattanooga gives you Florida's best financial perk without its worst headaches. That's a trade thousands are happily making.
Number 5. Savannah, Georgia. Close your eyes and picture this. Moss-draped oak trees arching over cobblestone streets, elegant historic squares, horse-drawn carriages, and southern charm so thick you can practically taste the sweet tea. That's Savannah, Georgia, and it's quietly becoming one of the smartest retirement plays in America. Here's the proof in the numbers. Georgia netted more than 1,600 retirees in a single year, and Savannah is the undeniable crown jewel of that movement. Why? Because it offers something rare: the beauty and warmth of the coastal South at a fraction of Florida's carrying cost. You get the mild winters, the ocean breeze, the easy access to beaches like nearby Tybee Island, but without the punishing price tag and insurance chaos that's chasing people out of Florida. But Savannah's appeal runs deeper than good looks. This is one of the most walkable, sociable cities in the South. Those famous historic squares aren't just pretty. They're built for connection, dotted with benches, cafes, art, and live music. For retirees, that walkability is pure gold. It keeps you active, engaged, and surrounded by people instead of isolated behind a windshield. There's a vibrant food scene, a rich arts culture, and a slow, gracious pace of life that makes every day feel a little less rushed. Now here's the hidden financial gem most people completely miss, and this is your practical takeaway. Georgia offers some of the most generous retirement income tax breaks in the entire country. Seniors can exclude a substantial chunk of their retirement income from state taxes. That means your pension, your investment withdrawals, and other retirement income can go remarkably far here. So your practical move is this. Before you compare Savannah to anywhere else, run the actual tax numbers with these senior exclusions factored in. On paper, Florida looks tax-friendly, but once you add Georgia's exclusions to its lower insurance and housing costs, the math can swing hard in Savannah's favor. The bottom line? Savannah delivers southern charm, coastal living, and serious tax savings. A combination that's tough to beat. Number 4, Knoxville, Tennessee. When a single state shows up twice on a list like this, you need to pay attention, because that's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. Tennessee is back, and this time we're heading to Knoxville, a city retirees are flocking to for reasons that go far beyond that famous no-income tax perk. Remember the stat: Tennessee netted 3,191 retirees in 1 year. And Knoxville is pulling more than its share because it offers a rare blend of affordability, natural beauty, and youthful energy that's almost impossible to find anywhere else. Picture a city tucked into the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, just a short drive from one of the most visited national parks in America. You've got rivers, lakes, hiking trails, and that gorgeous four-season scenery, crisp autumns, mild winters, and blooming springs, all wrapped around a low cost of living that lets your retirement dollars breathe. But here's the secret ingredient that makes Knoxville special. It's a college town, home to a major university, and that matters far more for retirees than most people realize. A vibrant university brings energy, culture, and a constant buzz of life. Think concerts, theater, sporting events, lectures, and lifelong learning programs you can actually enroll in. Retirement doesn't have to mean slowing down to a crawl. In a town like Knoxville, you can keep your mind sharp, your calendar full, and your social life thriving. And that brings me to your practical, often overlooked tip. When you're scouting a retirement town, look hard for a university nearby, because college towns almost always come with three hidden gifts: excellent hospitals, universities anchor top medical systems, rich cultural amenities, and those affordable lifelong learning classes that keep retirees engaged for years. It's one of the most underrated filters you can use when choosing where to spend your later years. The bottom line? Knoxville proves you can have nature, affordability, the tax advantage, and a buzzing, youthful community all in one place. That's a powerful combination, and retirees are noticing. Number 3, Asheville, North Carolina. Now this one comes straight from someone on the front lines, and the number she gave is staggering. A real estate broker working in Asheville, North Carolina revealed that roughly 40% of her retiree clients are now coming directly from Florida. 4 out of every 10. These aren't just snowbirds drifting north. These are Floridians actively fleeing the state and choosing Asheville on purpose. And the state-level data backs her up. North Carolina pulled in a net gain of 3,202 retirees in a single year. So what's drawing them up into these mountains? In that broker's own words, the number one reason she hears is simple: 4 seasons. Think about it. People who moved to Florida years ago gave up something they didn't realize they'd miss: crisp autumn air, fiery fall foliage, cool mountain mornings. After years of Florida's endless, sweltering sameness, getting those seasons back becomes a powerful, almost emotional pull. Asheville delivers exactly that. Nestled in the Blue Ridge Mountains, draped in forests that explode with color every fall, with a famously artsy, eclectic, welcoming downtown packed with galleries, music, and farm-to-table food. But here's the part that seals the deal financially. That same broker pointed out a brilliant move her Florida clients are making. They sell their existing Florida home and reinvest the proceeds into a custom-built dream home here, on a wooded lot with mountain views that would be impossible to find or wildly expensive back in Florida. You're essentially trading a hurricane-exposed house for a private mountain retreat, often without spending $1 more. Now your practical tip, and it's an important one for mountain living. The cool summers and gorgeous autumns are a dream, but before you buy somewhere remote, check the winter road access and how the area handles snow and storms. Mountain beauty comes with mountain logistics, so scout the practical side before you fall for the view. The bottom line? Asheville offers real seasons, artistic energy, and the chance to build your dream home. And Florida retirees are arriving in droves. Number 2, Charleston, South Carolina. Here it is. The moment we reach the single biggest winner in the entire country. While Florida scraped together a pathetic gain of 815 retirees, one state blew past everyone else with a jaw-dropping net gain of more than 5,400 older adults, the highest in all of America. That state is South Carolina, and its shining star is the breathtaking city of Charleston. So why is Charleston quietly doing what Florida used to do? Only better? Because it gives retirees everything Florida originally promised, minus the nightmare that broke it. Picture warm coastal weather, palm-lined streets, pastel historic homes, cobblestone lanes, and easy access to gorgeous beaches. Add a low cost of living, a world-famous food scene, and that slow, gracious southern charm, and you've got a city that feels like the Florida dream before it got too expensive. But here's the real reason Charleston is winning. And it's the single most important factor on this entire list: insurance. Remember, Florida homeowners are now paying close to 5 times the national average because of relentless hurricanes fleeing insurers and a broken market. South Carolina? It simply faces fewer extreme weather events. And as one University of South Carolina economist explained, fewer disasters mean lower insurance costs and lower housing-related costs, which is exactly why retirees on fixed incomes are responding by moving here. Let me make that math crystal clear, because it's the heart of the whole story. Lower disaster risk equals lower premiums equals more money left in your pocket every single month for the rest of your life. For someone on a fixed income, that difference isn't a luxury. It's the difference between stress and security. Your practical tip: when comparing Charleston to a Florida town, don't just look at the home price. Get real insurance quotes side by side. That single number reveals the truth that home listings hide, and it's the reason thousands are choosing Charleston. The bottom line? Charleston delivers the coastal dream without the financial catastrophe, and the country is voting with its feet. Number 1, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. This is it, the #1 destination and the beating heart of the entire retirement revolution. And here's the number that says it all. In a single year, Florida sent nearly 1,900 retirees pouring straight into South Carolina. They didn't drift there by accident, they chose it. And no place captures that movement better than Myrtle Beach and the famous Grand Strand. Welcome to the very center of what experts call the halfback movement. Retirees who grew up in the north, moved to Florida, and then came halfway back to land somewhere that gives them everything they wanted without everything that broke them. Picture 60 miles of golden Atlantic coastline, warm ocean breezes, mild winters you can actually enjoy, and more than 80 golf courses packed into one sun-soaked stretch. This is beach living, Southern style, relaxed, friendly, and built for an active retirement. But here's the magic word that makes the Grand Strand unstoppable: affordability. Unlike Florida's overheated insurance-crushed markets, this region still feels like a deal. You get the beaches, the golf, the warm weather, the entertainment, the dining, and your retirement dollars actually stretch. As one University of South Carolina economist put it bluntly, South Carolina is still very affordable from a national perspective. And remember, fewer extreme storms means those crushing Florida-style insurance bills simply don't follow you here. This is the lesson that ties this entire list together, so let it sink in. You do not have to choose between coastal living and affordability. For 50 years, Florida convinced retirees that the beach dream had to come with a brutal price tag. The Grand Strand proves that's no longer true. It's everything the Florida dream used to be, before the dream got too expensive. Your practical move: if the beach is your non-negotiable, put the Grand Strand at the top of your list and compare the total monthly cost, home, taxes, and insurance against any Florida town. The gap may genuinely shock you. The bottom line? Myrtle Beach isn't just replacing Florida. For thousands of smart retirees, it's already won. So let's step back and look at what we've really uncovered here, because this is so much bigger than 10 towns on a map. For 50 years, the script was written for us: work hard, then retire to Florida. It was the dream. But that dream quietly cracked, and the numbers don't lie. A state that should have welcomed hundreds of thousands of retirees gained a stunning, almost embarrassing 815 people in a single year. And the reason isn't some dramatic, headline-grabbing hurricane. It's the slow, grinding math of paradise becoming unaffordable. Insurance costs running nearly 5 times the national average, relentless heat, choking overdevelopment, and a cost of living that simply doesn't fit a fixed income anymore. But here's the part I want you to walk away with, because it's genuinely hopeful. Retirees aren't giving up on the dream. They're getting smarter about it. They've discovered the halfback strategy. Keep the warmth, keep the low taxes, keep the coastal charm, but trade the chaos for affordability and peace of mind. From the mountains of Asheville to the beaches of the Grand Strand, from tax-friendly Tennessee to charming Savannah, a whole new map of retirement is being drawn right now. And it's being drawn by people who refuse to accept that the old way was the only way. So here's my final thought for you. Don't retire where a brochure tells you to. Retire where the math, the climate, and your heart actually line up. Do the homework. Compare the total monthly costs. Get the real insurance quotes. Your perfect retirement is out there, and it might just be halfway back from where you expected.